Hey you guys, what's up? It's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am really excited to do because it is about one of my favorite things, and that is balling on a budget. Today we're going to be talking about my top 10 makeup items under $10. Lately, drugstore prices have been really creeping up. Brands that used to be considered affordable are starting to charge $12, $15, $20 for their products. But these 10 products are tried and true in my collection. I've had them for a long time, and they are absolutely amazing, and all of them are under $10. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get right into it. So coming in at number 10, we have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. I absolutely love this bronzer, and if you watched my recent bronzer video, you probably already know a few of the reasons why. It is the perfect tone. It's not too warm or too cool, so it looks really natural on the skin. It's smooth as butter, and it blends so easily. It's also not too pigmented, so it can really be built up on the face or worn in a very sheer and natural way. But my favorite thing about it is this absolutely stunning golden sheen that runs through it. It never looks glittery on the skin, but it also doesn't look matte and flat. It really just brings a little bit of extra dimension into your bronzer. The best thing about it, it retails for $6.99. I cannot recommend this enough, and if you're looking for a gorgeous, easy-to-use, blendable bronzer on a budget, this is the way to go. Up next at number 9, we have the Maybelline Lifter Glosses. I absolutely love these. These are some of my favorite glosses in my whole collection, let alone under $10. These retail for $9.99, and they are some of the smoothest, richest, just absolutely perfect glosses I've ever worked with. They are never even slightly sticky. They are so hydrating on the lips. And the ones that are colored are so beautifully pigmented. I don't have any of the ones with glitter flecks in them because I tend to prefer glosses with shine, not glitter. But I've seen swatches of the ones with glitter in them, and if that's your thing, they are absolutely gorgeous as well. The 3 shades that I have are shades 002 Ice, 007 Amber, and 008 Stone. I have the shade Stone on my lips today, and I think this one's my favorite. It just has the most beautiful neutral pink tone, and I love that. For $9.99, you absolutely cannot go wrong. I've heard some people say that this is a dupe for the Fenty glosses, and I don't necessarily agree, but in some ways I actually like these better. They are smoother, they are much less sticky. The Fenty ones aren't sticky, but these are even less sticky than they are. They really just feel like a nourishing, hydrating lip treatment or like a lip oil. And I actually think they smell better than the Fenty ones. They just kind of smell like a snow cone to me. I don't know why. They smell like a snow cone. But absolutely love these. Cannot recommend them enough. And for under $10, I mean, these are as good as high-end lip glosses. Coming in next at number 8 is a product that got so much hype when it was launched, and for very good reason. These are the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes, and these are the most affordable item in this video. They retail for $3. These things cost $3, and they perform like high-end eyeshadow. I am not kidding you. I have over 100 eyeshadow palettes in my collection, and these can compete with some of the most expensive ones that I own. They are absolutely beautiful. They blend amazingly. The shimmers are really the standouts in these palettes. They are so shiny, so smooth, so buttery. I cannot say enough good things about these palettes. I love my look every single time I use these. I have these palettes in 4 different color stories. I have Cream and Sugar, Hot Jalapeno, Truffles, and Pumpkin Pie. Like I said, for $3, these are such an easy thing to just throw in your cart at the store and not feel guilty about. And honestly, you will be so glad you did. It's so easy to make a look out of any one of these, and you can mix them together, of course. I cannot recommend enough. These are so beautiful. Coming in next at number 7, we have an old drugstore classic. This is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I have the False Lash Effect and the Curl and Volume mascara. The False Lash Effect is sort of touted as the more famous one, and to be honest, it's for good reason. I definitely prefer this one, although this one does a really good job of doing what it says. It holds a curl, and it gives really nice volume, but to me, the False Lash Effect does it all. And these cost $4.99. For less than $5, you can get mascara that does it all. It lengthens, it volumizes, it holds a curl, it literally makes my lashes look fake. And, you know, given the sort of drama going on in the beauty community right now, that's saying a lot. This mascara is absolutely fantastic. You cannot go wrong with the Lash Princess line, except for that eyeliner. Don't buy that. But any of the Lash Princess mascaras are going to do phenomenally for you. And for $5, you got nothing to lose. Up next at number 6 is a product that I've had for quite some time, but is sort of starting to make a resurgence on social media, which is cool to see. And it is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. It has a new packaging now, but it's the same product. This stuff is absolutely incredible. It retails for $8, and it is phenomenal. As you can see, you get a really decent amount of product in here. And for me, this is one of the few powders in my collection that I can use to set under my eyes and as a finishing powder all over my entire face. I used it for both today just to show that it is versatile like that. It has the finest, smoothest texture. It never ever looks cakey, and it plays well with every concealer I've ever tried it with. It gives your whole face this blurred but also sort of satin effect. It never looks too matte, but it also never looks sparkly. There's not a hint of sparkle in this. It's just a really subtle hint of a glow, which is my favorite kind of finish to my face. So, all things considered, for $8, this performs better than most of my high-end powders, for sure. As far as loose powders go, I would recommend this one in a heartbeat over 90% of the high-end loose powders I've ever tried. So this one is a real gem. There's a reason the Halo Glow line is blowing up the way that it is. Really amazing stuff. Okay, we're on to the top 5. At number 5, we have the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is amazing, and it retails for $6.99. I recommend this all the time to people who are looking for a really easy, everyday sort of coverage product, but one that actually has coverage to it. You see things marketed all the time as tinted moisturizers, and the tint is kind of not even there. This one actually does have decent coverage. It's light coverage on first application, but if you spot apply it to certain areas, you can build it to very close to a medium coverage, I would say. You can kind of see me doing that when I applied it today. This stuff's amazing. It gives the most juicy, healthy, dewy glow to the skin without ever looking greasy. It really just looks like your skin is so well hydrated and beautiful and healthy. For $6.99, this competes with stuff like my Urban Decay Hydromaniac. I don't think I would necessarily call it a dupe like some people have. I would say in a lot of ways, I actually prefer this to that. You get a decent amount of product. You get 0.9 ounces, almost a full ounce of product, again for $7. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. It's absolutely stunning. If you have oily skin, I might caution you with the dewy kind of look. But you could set this with powder too, and it would look absolutely incredible. So honestly, I would recommend this to almost everybody. Really, really incredible product. At number 4, we have another sort of old school classic. It is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This got so much hype on beauty YouTube, and for good reason. This stuff's incredible. I use this all of the time when I am doing a look that doesn't really call for a super intense highlight. I love super intense highlight, so that's what most of the highlighters in my collection are. But on a day-to-day basis, that tends to be a little bit too much. This is perfect for it. This costs $4.99, and Essence makes really high-quality stuff. This is a baked formula. As you can see, it's got that dome shape to it that baked products usually do, and it also means that it feels a little drier in the pan when you actually touch your finger to it. But when you put it on your face, it melts in like absolutely nothing. and it really gives you that look that everybody's always looking for, that lit from within look. This is the closest I've ever found to something that really does that. I don't know how, but it just really becomes one with your skin in a way that no other highlighter I've ever tried has been able to emulate. So if you like a more natural looking, kind of subtle highlight, this is your girl, number one. And number two, it doesn't have to be subtle. You can build this stuff up in layers until it is darn near blinding. This is so versatile. It is so useful on the day-to-day, and it looks incredible. And it costs $5. I love it. I love it. I cannot say enough good things about it. Run, don't walk. At number 3, we have my holy grail lip liner, the Colourpop Lippie pencils. As you can see, I love these. These are $7, and they are the creamiest, smoothest, easy to apply lip liners I have ever used, and they're long lasting, and they go with every lip product I've ever used on top of them. These have a creaminess to them that reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury formula, but at a fraction of the cost, and they come in more shades than Charlotte Tilbury could ever touch. They come in every shade you can dream up. I have 5 of the shades myself. I have BFF, Cool BFF, Oh Snap, Brink, and Ashton. These lip liners are absolutely amazing, and for $7, these lip liners are absolutely amazing, and for $7, you really cannot beat it for the creaminess of them and the fact that they come in every shade you could ever ask for. These are perfect. No notes. No notes, Colourpop. A+. My number 2 spot goes once again to Colourpop. These are their Super Shock highlighters. I cannot say enough good things about these. These were one of the first highlighters that made me fall in love with the blinding cheek look. And it all started with Flexitarian, one of the first products I ever bought from Colourpop. And this is actually my original Flexitarian, and she's going strong. Hasn't dried out, has not changed a bit since the day that I got it. But the other ones that I have collected since have also won a place in my heart. I love these so much. They're sort of between a cream and a powder. They feel like a cream in the pan. You can kind of see they have that squishy texture like a lot of the Super Shock products do. But they dry down on the face and do not budge, just like a powder. They are so, so blindingly beautiful. I mean, I know I'm going to show you swatches in a moment, but look at that. It just looks like wet, delicious shine. Not all of them are as blinding as Flexitarian. Like, for example, Lunch Money, this pale gold shade, is much more subdued, but it still has a lot of that really wet look shine to it. Just a little bit less in your face. I have also a couple of the shades from the Harry Potter collection. These are kind of cheating. The ones in the circular compacts are $9. These are $12 because they come in different packaging and because they're like licensed. So, you know, you can ignore these, but I pulled them just because they are also the Super Shock formula. I'll go ahead and swatch them out for you so you can see what all of the colors that I have look like. I have the shades Flexitarian, Lunch Money, Moon Peach from the Avatar: The Last Airbender collection, Guilty Pleasure, Hedwig from the Harry Potter collection, and Buckbeak from the Harry Potter collection. I love all of these highlighters so, so much, but obviously at the end of the day, it all comes down to Flexitarian for me. This is possibly still my favorite highlighter in my whole collection, save for maybe one. This is certainly my favorite drugstore highlighter and easily the best highlighter under $10. These are amazing. You absolutely should get your hands on one if you're a highlighter fan in any capacity. There's a shade for everybody. There is an intensity for everybody. I could go on about these, but the point is they're incredible. And last, but most certainly not least, my number 1 product under $10 is probably not at all surprising if you know my taste in makeup at all. These are the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. I use these so much. I feel like I look for an excuse to use these every single time I do my makeup because I just love them that much. They just amp up any look that you add them to. These are $7 each, and truthfully, I think they're worth every penny. You can get them for cheaper when they go on sale. A lot of times they'll go on sale on Colourpop or on Ulta. But honestly, even for $7 each, I think they're more than worth it. I have more than just these 5 shades, but these are just some of my favorite ones that I thought to swatch out for you. Today in the video, I used Koosh, which is this gorgeous silvery taupe, and I put it in the inner corner of my eye. And all over my lid, I used my most favorite shade in the whole wide world, Ritz, which is just this incredible glittery topper shade. Really, really similar to Urban Decay Space Cowboy, but has a little bit of a lighter base and just works so well as a topper for almost any look. The shades that I've swatched out for you in order are Ritz, Koosh, Rooftop Cocktails, Ice Dream, and Flower Child. Sort of similar to the highlighters, they really have a shade for everybody in these. No matter what your preference is, they even have a couple of matte shades, a couple of satin shades. They have more metallic ones. I prefer the ultra glitter finish, but they have a bunch of different finishes, every color you can imagine. And for $7, I am telling you, these are one of the best makeup products I have ever used in my life. And they're by far my favorite under $10. They sell these at Target now, by the way. Just so you know, they sell these at Target. You have no excuse not to pick one up and try it. They sell Ritz at Target. It's my recommendation. You're welcome in advance. So that is it, you guys. Those are my top 10 products under $10. What do you think? Did any of those surprise you? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your favorite products from the drugstore? Leave a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite makeup product under $10. I'm really curious if you might introduce me to some new favorites. If you liked this video, please leave a like down below. Hit subscribe if you want to see more from me. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.